Hello, everyone. I want to just share this vision I had. The Lord gave me a vision. I had been spending some time with the Lord in prayer, and as I was laying there on the side of the bed praying, just laying back on the side of the bed praying, and I told the Lord, I said, Lord, I want to spend eternity with you. I want to make heaven my home. I said, Lord, I do not want to die and end up in hell. Don't let me end up in hell. And as soon as I said that, the Lord took me by my right hand and we just start descending down like at the speed of light. And the more we go down, the darker it got. And immediately know when we got within the realm of the underworld, my senses kicked in. I know immediately that we was in hell. So when we got down there, we stopped. It was in this dark area. But I noticed that I just heard millions and millions and millions of voices. And when I looked around the corner from where the voices was coming from, I just saw flames of fire just shooting up on the wall. And the fire was just shooting up on the wall. So as I turned to look, the focus more on that way, I heard one voice, and it was such a different from that voice. It was a different kind of pain. It had its own pain. And I noticed that in the dark area that we was in, it was like rooms, and like it was in a cave. And inside the rocks, it was like doors, holes was caved out in them, carved out in them, and there was like, and I looked in one of them where the voice was coming from, and I saw the soul, and it was strapped on the table, and over the soul was like a 13 to 14 feet demon, and he had this dagger. This dagger. It was a long spiritual dagger, and it was just sticking, begin to just multiple times stick in the soul. And I heard this soul just streaming. And when I looked, and he didn't see me at first, but the demon, when he saw me, he turned and looked at me very slowly. And when he looked at me, like fear just radiated from him. And when the fear radiated from him, it was just horrible. I had never seen a creature like that before. And as soon as we made eye contact, and the Lord said, "Save your soul." And when he said, it was such an audible voice when he said, the whole kingdom of darkness just shook from the sound of his voice. And immediately I was back into my body when he said that. And when I was coming back in my body, it was such a strange feeling, because I can feel my spirit when he entered into my body shook. I can remember it like it was yesterday. The Lord just allowed me to release this, and this has been like 30 years ago, but I remember it as it was yesterday. And I admonish anybody, if you don't know the Lord, it's time to get to know the Lord and depart in your sin, because we can see the time that we're living in, with pandemic going on in America, and the uproar, the riots, and such a division in our world today. Not only that, in our government, no one has to die and go to hell, because Jesus paid the price on the cross. He paid the ultimate price, that we can live eternity with him, that we can make heaven our home, and that we can live an abundant life with him. Amen. So I acknowledge you. Get to know the Lord and depart in your sins. It's time to get to know God.